Welcome to 21st in Prime, presented by Jaguar. Last call. This is the curtain, Amber. Let's do this.
We've been hot all year. We're going to keep it going, and it is Championship Sunday coming up. The schedule is set. First up, it is the Rams taking on the Saints. That's a rematch from Week 9. Then it is the Patriots at the Chiefs, another rematch, one in which the Patriots took in Week 6. So, Deion, what are you most excited about?
You know, glaringly, you think about Tom Brady and Mahomes, and that just jumps out of the screen at you. But I can't wait to see Andy Reid versus Bill Belichick. They've rumbled a few times. And see, Belichick has got the best of him. But I cannot wait to see this offensive versus defensive mind play out. And in New Orleans, Eli Apple, man, and Marcus Peters, two cornerbacks on opposing team. One of those guys are going to have to come up big. Whichever guy comes up big, that team will propel themselves to victory.
Can't wait to see all of that action starting this weekend. All right, the Eagles' quest, though, to return to the Super Bowl ended Sunday with an interception against the Saints. Sunday, after the loss, it sure sounded like Foles' future was not going to be in Philly when we listened to Doug Peterson. But today, a little different tone from Peterson and Howie Roseman. Listen in.
Carson is the quarterback going forward. And in Nick's case, listen, we'd love to have everybody back throughout the roster. But as I've said many, many times, you know, it's not about one guy. You know, it's about the team, and we're going to do what's best for the team.
Have you given thought to keeping both Nick Foles and Carson Wentz?
We would love to keep Nick Foles. I mean, you talk about a guy who we drafted here and we've grown incredibly close with. I mean, I don't know a team that wouldn't want to have Nick Foles on their roster. So certainly as we go into the substance of those discussions, we haven't had them yet, but there's no question we love having Nick Foles as an Eagle in Philadelphia, and we'd love to keep him.
Okay, so Howie says maybe they keep both. You've been saying keep Foles, trade Wentz for a couple weeks. What do you think about those comments we just heard?
Well, when they say they would love to keep it, that means he's gone. Whenever you hear management, whenever you hear the brand, oh, we would love to keep you. No, if you love to keep me, you'll keep me. You're not keeping me. So, Foles, I see you later, man. It's been a good journey. I think that's the wrong decision. I'm keeping Foles. I'm letting Wentz ride because of the injury situation time after time after time, dating back to college. That's what I feel. But you know what? I got somebody who's much more acute on this stuff. Mikey G, talk to me, man.
I'm looking at next year's salary for Carson Wentz. I'm seeing $4 million, and you're saying, okay, we got $20 million potentially for Nick Foles, which then if he opts out, then it's a franchise tag, $25, $26 million, somewhere around there. So for $30 million, we can have two quarterbacks. Well, that's not really the way that it's going to work here, because the Eagles do have an intention at some point of extending Carson Wentz and giving him a franchise quarterback type contract. He's eligible now for that prime. And also, Howie Roseman during that press conference today said that they have full confidence that Carson Wentz, despite his injury history, can be a 19-game starter for them. That means 16 in the regular season, a bye, and then 3 on their way to a Super Bowl. They still have full confidence in Carson Wentz, so expect them to buy fully into him and Nick Foles to be elsewhere this offseason, maybe in Jacksonville, maybe in Washington. Some other teams need a quarterback.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville could use him.
May wind up being right.
But wait a minute. Jacksonville may not pay him. Maybe he goes and gets a much lesser number than $20 million. And I know it's a mutual number there, a mutual option for Nick Foles. But couldn't it work for 1 year, Mike G? I know they need to extend Carson Wentz, but he's still on the rookie deal. He has a couple of years left on that. Why not maybe keep Nick Foles for maybe 1 more year and then figure it out after this year?
Amber, the one thing that I have learned by covering Howie Roseman for a number of years is as soon as he can do a contract on a guy that he believes is going to be there for a while, he will do that. That's why I fully expect this offseason for the Eagles to try to get this thing done. Now, Wentz might say, let me hold back. I want to wait, but I expect Roseman to try to get that done. So most of that money going toward Carson Wentz.
All right, well, moving on. This is a great topic for Deion. Kyler Murray announced that he has submitted his name for early entry to the NFL draft. The Heisman Trophy winner will find out Friday if he's on the list of underclassmen who've been granted eligibility. The Oklahoma quarterback already now has one professional deal on the table. The Oakland A's drafted him in the first round of the 2018 MLB draft, so he has a decision to make. Mike, how does all of this map out, and at what point do NFL evaluators need to know if he's committed to football?
by the start of the first round of the NFL draft is the short answer. But for Murray, he's in the middle of a 72-hour window now where he can withdraw his name and keep his eligibility for Oklahoma for one more year. That's really the only deadline that we've got going on right now, because he can keep the football, baseball thing going, like I said, through spring training for the A's and up to the start of the draft for the NFL. So this could still continue for a while where we don't quite know which way he's going to go. Prime, I'm talking to talent evaluators. They say second round pick, third round pick. Yeah, they also weren't saying this time last year that Baker Mayfield was #1 overall. So I believe this guy is a first round potential pick if he commits fully to football.
Deion, nobody knows how Murray feels more than you. You had the same choice to make. 88, you were drafted by the Yankees. 89, you were drafted by the Falcons. How should Murray approach this decision?
Well, we keep forgetting that it comes down to his love and his passion. See, Bo did it differently. Bo's first love was football, but then he decided baseball to be his wife and football was the girlfriend. See, I was the direct opposite. Football was the wife and baseball was the girlfriend. See, Kyler Murray, he's not going to have that option. Me and Bo messed that up. They're looking for faith. This country is looking for faithfulness right now. You're looking for a guy to pick one and stick with it because of the position. You could just turn around and pitch the ball to Bo, he could run. I could get out the helicopter and could cover. But a quarterback needs to be there day in and day out and build a chemistry and a relationship with his teammates. Therefore, it's not going to be two. You're going to choose one, and that's going to be it. This kid, to me, could do whatever he desires to do, whether he wants to go baseball or football. It comes down to what he's passionate about and what he loves.
What should he play?
I'm picking up a baseball bat. And I'm not looking back.
All right, you know what's interesting is two of the quarterbacks playing this weekend were also drafted by baseball teams. Mahomes was taken by the Tigers in 2014. Brady, 1995, he was a left-handed hitting catcher. He was taken by the Expos in the 18th round. We're all glad they both chose to play football. Thanks a lot, Mike G. Coming up on